Hi everybody, welcome to ZEROYON. Today I'm going to be taking my 595 competizione to be remapped to see just how much power we can gain from this car. Now, don't get me wrong, I have had some absolutely spectacular cars in the past. I have had my Nissan Skyline. I currently have this A90 Toyota Supra, which looks absolutely fantastic. But I have to say that absolutely nothing out there gives me the thrill of this 595 competizione. So the reason for the remap is purely because I'm finally going to fulfill something I've wanted to do my entire life. I'm 38 years old and I'm finally visiting the Nürburgring Nordschleife. And quite frankly, I just wanted to get a little bit more power out of my 595 comp. And what we're going to do today is basically do this as a bit more of a vlogging style. All of the videos I can see so far on YouTube are pretty much about 30 seconds long and don't really give you much context. Now, there's no doubt this car is an absolute pocket rocket. I absolutely love it. And like I've already mentioned, it really has brought back my love of driving. But of course, because I'm doing the Nürburgring, I want this car to have just a little bit more power. So what we're going to do is we're going to head to the tuning shop, which is A1 Remapping, which is close to where I live. And then what we're going to do is put it on the dyno, check exactly what this car has before, and then of course do the tune and see exactly what can be gained from this incredible car. Right then guys, so it's fair to say dynos are incredibly noisy places. So I've just come into their waiting room just to explain exactly what you should do before you take your car for a remap. At the minute, the guys are just testing everything out on the car, make sure it's boosting exactly as it should before we start to do any live mapping. And basically, especially with a turbo car, there are things you can do to make sure your car is prepped and ready for a remap. One of those is, of course, make sure your air filter is completely clean so your car can breathe properly. You're going to want to make sure your fuel is topped up as well. And most importantly, when it does come to fuel, of course, the higher octane fuel you have got in, the more your mapper can actually push the boundaries slightly as well. My cars, regardless of what I am running, I always use Shell V-Power here in the UK, which is effectively 99 run, or if you are in the US, that's 93 pump gas. Of course, you can always run some sort of fuel treatment through your system as well. You hear that? It's quite scary watching your car on a dyno, it's quite incredible. So what you can also do is run through some injector cleaner as well, or fuel treatment such as Redex. I use BG44K, which is one of my favourite products to use. Essentially, it just cleans out all your systems, making sure your car is running as efficient as possible. So I've got the dyno results in my hand, and this was certainly an interesting one. This test didn't exactly go as planned, but we've still got the results we wanted anyway. So what exactly happened then? Well, after the dyno technician putting my car on the dyno and doing the initial runs, we found out quite quickly that because the car was boosting more than it should, and the graph looked a little higher than what it would normally, yep, you guessed it, this car has actually been mapped already. That's a positive because it saved me around £400, but also it meant that the car obviously isn't going to get any faster than what it already is. So essentially all I did is paid to have a dyno session effectively, but none of this really matters because the point of this video was to see and advise how much power you can gain if you have an Abarth 595 comp, and essentially this is the result. So if I pop the results on screen, you can see we got 187 horsepower, which is an increase of around 7 horsepower on this car. We saw a torque increase up to 307 newton meters, and that, guys, is going to take this car and turn it into an absolute pocket rocket, even though it pretty much is insanely fast as it is. So that's the results. I think a really interesting end to the video, the fact that my car had been mapped already, but ultimately saved me a lot of money, and you can see exactly, if you have one of these cars, how much power you can expect to receive if you get your car tuned. Now, I've got a whole host of videos coming up on this 595 competizione. I'm going to be reviewing pop-off filter kits, I'm going to be reviewing induction kits and lowering kits from Abarth as well. So do make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification to be notified when I post those videos, and of course, if you found this video entertaining, please do hit that thumbs up button. It really does help the algorithm show this video to more people. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. See you again soon.